What's going on, guys? So the BL is upon us, and we're in the playoffs. In this game, we're just gonna look at Petro de Luanda versus AS Sale, and it's just just take a sneak peek and look at it. So these are top teams in both of their conferences, but Petro de Luanda just pulled their hammer down 102-89, and beating AS Sale just to round out the record to 5-1. Carlos Moraes had like a breakout game. He had 27 points. He just did everything. But you can look at even Petro de Luanda how they shot. They shot pretty well, 52% from the field, 51% from 2-point field goals, 52% from deep. I mean, this was expected. If you're able to shoot at least 52% from deep, you are going to win that ball game. But when you look at AS Saleh, I mean, it all went downhill when they were not able to hit majority of the three pointers, because you can see they hit 9 of 27. That is 33%. So if you want to have a chance of beating a team, you have to at least match those threes. So from the field, they shot 42% from the field, 47% on 2-point field goals, which is honestly respectable. But them, blowing three for the three ball and shooting 33% really stifled their offense and their game. And as much as they went to the line, as much they shot 62% from the line, which is unacceptable for that team, because they need to, get those shots up in the line. Then, looking at the rebounds battle, Petro de Luanda really showed the dominance inside the paint. 44 total rebounds, 23 assists, 11 steals, 6 blocks. So you can see off the bat, Petro de Luanda just checked all the boxes to make sure that they cleared the ball game. When you look at even the top performers, again, let's take a closer look at Carlos Moraes, 27 points. You mentioned him earlier. He was the MVP for this game. Chile Dondao, 19 points. Luken Goncalves, 14 points. Then Amadou Harona. I mean, this guy is. You have to watch out for this guy, because this guy can easily drop 20 points without even flinching. And actually, is deadly from deep. He shoots above. I think above 40% from deep. So they've got Terrell Devon Stoglin. This is another guy who, okay, he didn't have like a breakout game like Carlos Morris, but he has his moments, and he's able to turn it up when the game when he just feels like it, when the game decides. But this guy is actually another guy to watch out for in SLA. Actually, these two guys, Haruna and Terrell Devon Stoglin, those are guys that pushed Sale to win 3 games out of 5 games. So actually pretty good team. Then the total rebounds got Osman Dreme. He had 13 rebounds. Lucian Goncalves, he actually had a double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Chile Dondao, he was a playmaker. He had 5 assists. Terra Denver Stoglin, 3 assists. So overall, I can say this game was actually just to see uh, who's who, if Petro de Luanda still got it, because they were in last playoffs. They weren't able to make that serious noise. But I mean, they finished, I believe, fourth place, above the Patriots, who finished number 3. So I mean, this is the year that they need to at least punch the ticket to the finals, even with Zamalek and USM being at the helm. So I mean, all things considered, actually, this is actually a good start for them. We're just waiting to see how the other heavyweights react to it. And you can also see in the other stats in bench points. You can also see AS Saleh led in bench points, 26 bench points, 19 second chance points, fast break points. Petro de Luanda just did their thing. Points from turnovers, you can see AS Saleh really capitalized on that, and that's why the margin isn't as huge. You'd actually expect a team, when they have a lot of turnovers, they lose the game. But and they lose the game by a wide margin. But in this case, it was different, because they were able to at least cut the deficit, and it wasn't a blowout. It was just like a game that was just decided by a couple of possessions. But it still went on Pedro de Landa's favor. But they need to work on that, because if they don't, it's just gonna be crazy for them. But Looking at Petro de Luanda, as you can see on the graphic on the screen, Petro de Luanda, I mean, they were just good. They only lost to Zamalek. They beat all the teams that they were put before them, and it was it was just very good to watch. I mean, you can look at the situation where they're matching up with Zamalek. Zamalek is a heavyweight. That's Petro de Luanda for you. But when you look at Saleh, you can even see the teams that they lost to. I mean, they were, you can see heavyweights. REG finished number one, USM number two, and both teams, I can say they were almost equally matched on offense. It's just that Petro de Luanda somehow just had that extra gear that they just shifted, and it made them go over the edge and be able to win this ball game. But when you look at how these guys played, you can see Carlos Morales 28 minutes, 27 points, 50% shooting from the field, 50% from deep, 54% from the line. He actually has to increase this percentage. It's not a good thing, especially for a guy who's going to the line 11 times. So he needs to change that. And he had a plus minus for -1. So he's actually one of the players of that team, the only player who scored 20 points or more. Although he had four players scoring 10 points or more, I mean, his performance was more exceptional, and I dare say it made them go over the edge and win that game. So that's something that was actually pretty interesting to see. But when you look at even the first quarter matchup, Petro de Luanda just came in, put their foot in, 20 points in the first quarter, 30 in the 30 in the second, and just closing that the half strong. And I mean, ASL just didn't look, as vibrant in the first half because they're just getting outscored like that. But when you look at the second half, the most notable performance was the third, the 30 point, the 30 point bomb on the third quarter on ASL, and ASL wasn't able to even score more than 20 points in any quarter. The only one they were able to score like closely was 19. Then when you look at the fourth quarter, they already ASL already dug themselves in a hole, so they're not able to recover that from it that easily. So they were able to get in and and get those points on that scoreboard, but it wasn't enough to outlast Petro de Luanda. So that's what happened. So I mean, overall, this was actually a good game. I'll just be popping up and just giving my 2 cents on this game, but it's actually a pretty good playoffs to watch alongside the the NBA playoffs, which are currently underway in the both. We have the East and West finals happening at the same time. So I mean, it's just gonna be fun to watch how both produce. So yeah, man, I'm out. Peace.